The Lions have arrived. It's been 12 long years, but the Lions finally return to the shores of New Zealand. They kick off their 10-match tour here today versus the New Zealand Provincial Barbarians in its Toll Stadium that will play host to this opening match of the 2017 British and Irish Lions Tour of New Zealand. Hello everyone, and finally welcome along to Cornflake Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Lions Tour of New Zealand 2017. Boy, we've been waiting a long time for this one, but finally it has arrived, and the New Zealand Provincial Barbarians will be the first team that the Lions will be facing. This is a squad made up of players from around the New Zealand provincial sides. That's Mitre 10 Cup level. And for all you Lions fans out there, that means third tier New Zealand rugby. So All Blacks, Super Rugby, Mitre 10 Cup is where these guys come from. And it's a decent little side made up from a whole host of different cultural and provincial backgrounds. Leading the front row is Aidan Ross, Sam Anderson, Heather and Oliver Jaeger. In the second row, it's Josh Goodhue and Kipper Mewett. In the back row, it is James Tucker, Lachlan Boshier and Mitchell Dunshay at number 8. Into the back line, it is led by scrum half Jack Stratton, and in the other half's position, number 10 is Lions coach's son, Bryn Gatlin. In the centres will be Dwayne Sweeney, experience plus, and outside him will be Inga Fanau. On the wings, left side Sevu Reese, and on the right, Sam Vaka. That is Seven's experience on the right wing. And of course, at fullback is Literu Laulala in the number 15 jumper for the Provincial Barbarians. This is what they're up against. International quality, international experience. It is the British and Irish Lions, and what a team they have on paper as well. Joe Marler, Rory Best and Kyle Sinclair will line up in the front row for the Lions. Alwyn Jones and Ian Henderson in the second row. Ross Moriarty, Captain Sam Warburton and Toby Falatau at number 8. It's the Scotland leader, Greg Laidlaw, at number 9, with Johnny Sexton, the Irish sharpshooter, at 10. The partnership in the centres will be Ben Teo and Jonathan Joseph from England, with Scotsman Tommy Seymour, Englishman Anthony Watson on the wings, and of course the other Scotsman, the third in the squad, Stuart Hogg at fullback for the Lions. It has been 4 years in the making to get to this point for the British and Irish Lions. It all starts here at Toll Stadium with the New Zealand Provincial Barbarians to receive kickoff. Jonathan Sexton in the red of the Lions. The referee gives the signal to captains. They look ready to go. The crowd is ready to go. And the Lions are ready to go with kickoff of the opening match. And what a start is here for the Barbarians. With a great run straight away from Aidan Ross, kicking things off for the Barbarians. They'll be looking to make an early impact straight into this game. A run through the middle, finding room for the Barbarians as well. Kick away eventually from Jack Stratton. He finds the fullback for the Lions, which is Hogg, who's knocked on. First mistake of the match coming from Stuart Hogg. Already an error from the Lions. Now here come the Barbarians looking to impact the game. Short passes all around. Eventually, it is there for Bryn Gatland. An advantage is over as well for the knock on by Hogg. Here come the Barbarians again. Finding room out wide. To the left they go. And Reese.
Release.
Tries to bump off the tackle of Watson. Can't do it. Stratton again round the corner. Finding more room here for the loose head prop. Aidan Ross. Before he goes close and out. Over the sideline. What a start this is for the Barbarians. One mistake from the Lions, and already they've taken a bit of a toll territory-wise over the Lions. To the front, Alwyn Jones finds Laidlaw, and it's going to be Tommy Seymour who smashes this downfield here at Toll Stadium. Over halfway it goes, and running back is La.
Release.
He gets up to the 50-metre line, offloading the ball, finding plenty of room out here. The Barbarians keep going. Out wide, Sam Vaka. He's a dangerous runner, but he's got plenty of support in there as well from Whanu, and the pass away to the Barbarians. Smashing straight through the middle. Sexton has turned it over and gets a high shot for its troubles. This could be trouble. Speaking of, the referee has got a card in his pocket and has dished one out to Inga Finau, who has gone for 10. Just what the Barbarians didn't want. If ever they've had an advantage over a team like the Lions, it was right then, and Johnny Sexton has pinned them down. A great kick with the breeze at its back. Smashes a good 40 metres off that. Across the field. And midway, 10-metre line 22. The line out has worked well for the Lions so far. Rory Best throws into the front. Laidlaw away to Sexton. The first set piece here from the Lions. And it's Bentio who tries to smash, so he's lost it. It's ball back now to the Barbarians. And it's a big second rower, Kipper Millen, who tries to go through. He's dragged down though. Anthony Watson takes the big unit to ground. Here's Stratton now. How about this from the Barbarians? They're all over this match early on. Turn around the corner, and of all people, Aidan Ross kicks away. The loose head prop has been involved in everything. But they've got to be careful here because Stuart Hogg can go. He's up to 10-metre line. The Lions side are halfway. Sexton, he finds some room behind just Johnny Sexton. He's looking for the crossfield kick. Where's the red jumpers? They were leading the charge out there. But Anthony Watson couldn't beat the breeze, the wind into touch. But territory goes nicely. And how about this from the Barbarians? Talk about mixing it up. An area where they don't strengthen themselves at all. And they still lose the ball. Alwyn Jones away to Sexton. Missed cut out pass. Bentio straight through the middle is caught short. And the red jumpers slow to help out the English inside centre. It's there, and they quickly go away. Alwyn Jones, the Welsh captain. He dots down first try of the Lions tour, going to the Welsh second rower, Alan Wynne Jones. Good start eventually for the Lions, but they took a long time to really get going. Toby Falatau playing a little bit of scrum half, drew the last defender, and unrequired on the left was Tommy Seymour. Man over. But this was a hard work try for the British and Irish Lions, who have certainly started slow into this matchup. A lot of work they had to do. They weathered a huge storm by the Provincial Barbarians. And the yellow card certainly has stopped them a little bit. You've got to question what was going on in the head of the outside centre, Inga Finau. As Johnny Sexton, he gets his Lions tour underway of first points to the Irish fly half. It is 7-0. Lions over Barbarians early on, and here we go. The man we just spoke of, Inga Finau, is back on the field. Return to full complement of 15 players as we near the halfway point of the first half. Bryn Gatlin, son of Lions coach Warren Gatlin, gets us back underway for high kick, and Alwyn Jones, a try scorer, pulls it in. Joe Marler with a terrible ball, but Sexton does well. What an offload from Anthony Watson, and they keep things alive. Watson involved again, but it comes back to Warburton. Sexton's there. Everyone getting a hand, getting a touch early on. Quickly, ball squirts out. Falatau to Marler. Joe Marler. Oh, he should have hung on, but Roy Best does well. Seymour gets sideswiped.
Release.
And Laidlaw involved in the middle. Here he is again, the Scotsman, Greg Laidlaw. He goes all alone himself, puts little grubber in. Laidlaw! He stopped just short. And it is the Barbarians who somehow have not grounded that ball. And Mitchell Dunshaz lost it in the impact, and it goes dead and goals. So the referee has decided that was carried back by the Barbarians. And a 5-metre scrum to the Lions has been bulldozed by this underdone pack for the Barbarians, showing what grassroots rugby is like in New Zealand. Wide they come, looking for a way out, but it's Dwayne Sweeney who gets a good grasp on the wind and goes deep down long towards the Lions 22. Experienced is Dwayne Sweeney. He's been here, he's been there, he's been everywhere. And it's fully showing here now as the Lions look for a full 7-man line out. They go to the back. Warburton pops it down to Laidlaw. Here's Tommy Seymour. Oh, he's electric! But he's been smashed in a big first up tackle. Here is Moriarty. Quick hands from him away to Sexton, who chips over the top looking for Joseph, who regathers. Sexton on hand. Falatau looks out wide for Moriarty. What a hand! Inside ball. Alwyn Jones, he's looking for two. And the big tall timber from Wales has got a double to open up his Lions tour. What a start from Alan Wynne-Jones. Who would have thought this could happen? 2 tries to kick off the tour. No, not to a big winger, not to a centre, not even to a back. Not to a back rower, but to the big man in the second row. Alan Wynne-Jones dots down twice for the Lions. What a start to the tour for him. A key experienced figure in this touring squad. He is going to be a massive asset to the team, and the form he's looking like he's in already will go a long way to keeping this team well and truly intact. Sexton, he needs to be on song as well as goal kicking. Could be crucial to their progress. And early signs do look good for the Lions. And for the Irish fly half, Johnny Sexton, he dots down another conversion. He is 4 points in the bank, 2 tries to Alan Wynne-Jones, and 14-0 after half an hour to the Lions. Barbarians, though, they've had their fair chances, and once again, Gatlin kicks off, and Rory Best flies high for the ball. Here's Sinclair. He goes nicely away to Tommy Seymour. He's got support. Who else but Alan Wynne-Jones? He's got a scamper. First half hat-trick for Alan Wynne-Jones. What a match for the Welshman. He's done it all. He has done it all. And if there's someone you got to watch out for now, it is Alan Wynne-Jones, support play extraordinaire. He snatches the ball out of the grasp of Joe Marler and steams away down the left-hand touchline. Well, if you thought a first half brace was ridiculous, take a glance at the first half hat-trick from Alan Wynne-Jones. The Barbarians certainly come out of the traps early and quickly, but they have been set back very fast by, of all people, Alan Wynne-Jones. 33 minutes gone. That one didn't take too long for the big Welshman. As here comes Sexton. Another good conversion. And the Lions, they took some time. They got 20 minutes to get into their stride, but they look much better now. And the Barbarians, any early thought that they could sneak their way into this match has been quickly squashed by the touring side. Now Gatlin changes things up. He goes high, very high. Moriarty finds Henderson. Haven't seen him for a while. Warburton, captain, Best away to Joseph. Here's the backs. A chance to excel. But Joseph is taken by the second wave of Barbarians defence, looking to cover down that wing side. Oh, and the Barbarians will steal it back as well. Here we go. Gatlin going out wide, and Reese is way out in the middle of the park as they look to shift it through Jaeger, giving it out to Sam Vucker.
Release.
Sits up again. Here's the man who's already getting down to the yellow card. It's for now. Oh, he's going to lose this ball here. Falatau's stolen it, and he squirts it out the back. A desperate pass, and eventually taken to ground from Henderson. Laidlaw is there. He won't want to kick this away. Whoa, what a just about intercept there from the Barbarians, but it is Joseph who throws desperate pass away to Falatau. He's looking to get Joseph back involved. He does nicely, but the Barbarians do cover very, very well back there. Half-time rings. Laidlaw Joe Marler, if there's any time for the big boys, it's now. And the English loose head prop storms up towards a 10-metre line. Laidlaw's doing it himself again. He could find support. No, he doesn't need it. And finally, we have someone else scoring apart from Elwyn Jones and a Scottish scrum half, Laidlaw, who gets the first try for the backs. Greg Laidlaw, he has been in good form in the lead up to this tour. Didn't make the original squad, but how about that step around fullback La. Late call up in the place of Ben Youngs, but he's making every post he can a winner at the moment. He absolutely bamboozled La at the back, left him for dust, and beautifully went round under the sticks, because as a goal kicker himself, knowing the importance, possibly not in this match now, but for this tour, Sexton confidence, it needs to be. Strong breeze still going left to right as we look from behind. Johnny Sexton, who nails the conversion, and we will be going to half time with a commanding lead in the way of the British and Irish Lions. 28-0, they lead over the Barbarians. Well, the New Zealand Provincial Barbarians started off with a hiss and a roar, and that 25% possession was all in the first 20 minutes. Since then, it's all been downhill in a downward spiral of conceding tries to Elwyn Jones. Territory has been fairly even, but given the amount of line breaks the Barbarians made, you'd expect they should have put one away. They couldn't manage it, and the Lions eventually got going, and from there on out, it was chaos for the Barbarians' defence. The tackle count has been fierce as well, with 32 tackles by the Barbarians, 24 by the Lions. But how about those handing errors? 1 to 11, the Lions want to score tries, and under this, well, falling night sky, it has been entertainment plus for the touring side, and the fans who have made the trip to Toll Stadium to watch the Lions open up their campaign. It is 28-0 at half-time. We have 40 minutes still to play. 28-0 is the score. The touring Lions are up over the New Zealand Provincial Barbarians. Gatlin's made his way out to the field already. He is ready to start the second half, the fly half for the Barbarians. A couple of matches for the Blues this year. He's progressed nicely, but this could be the pinnacle as this is gone. It has stayed in, but Falatau has knocked it on in surprise at how Elwyn Jones kept that ball from going over the sideline. He couldn't handle the pass. And Rory Best climbs all over the loose ball, and we'll have our second scrum of the match. Barbarians holding an advantage over this one so far. One area that they've proved very, very adept at. It is fair to net from Jack Stratton, and a good shove as well. Mitchell Dunshay finds it at his feet, and they go wide, missing out to Dwayne Sweeney, and eventually finds his way out there. For now, he's still on one though. Defensively, he is caught short. Great work out there from Sevu Reece, who creates the space. Here's a little run coming in from the tight head prop Oliver Jaeger. Now they switch it out wide again. Another chance for Sevu Reece. Here's put down, and Anderson Heather is right over the top, securing that ball once more for the Barbarians, who try a little chip through, a little grubber, and Anthony Watson just slightly trots back and secures this ball for the Lions. Laidlaw back to Ben Teo, who doesn't really want this ball at all. He smashes it over the head of Lala at the back, and he turns now. A red wall chasing him. Oh, he passes as well. Light and gets away with it. Half a break from Dwayne Sweeney. Quickly recycled ball for now, and he has let that one go. Advantage to the Lions. Sexton. Big ball wide for Joe Marler. It's 2-on-1. It's Jonathan Joseph. He's got Tommy Seymour. He went too early. And Seymour, evading the tackle, has put a foot in touch, and he knew it as soon as he stepped back off his left foot. So Anderson Heather with the ball. 5-man line out. They go for the 2 jump option. Stolen the back from Ian Henderson. Here is Jonathan Sexton. He's going for a run. He's tripped. He goes again. Warburton. It's numbers to burn. It's about 6 on 1. And it is Jonathan Joseph, the English outside centre, who dots down for his first try of the tour. One man in contention for that jersey later on in the big matches. Jonathan Joseph, he's got an opportunity to shine here. Warburton, the captain, he knows his role. He draws, he passes, and a whole host of red jumpers could have scored that try. Just getting an ankle tap there from Dwayne Sweeney on Jonathan Sexton, and it was not enough to stop the Irishman flying through and offloading to the rest of the backline, who did brilliantly well. Simple finish. Once they're in behind, they are hard to stop, the Lions. And as points continue to mount up as we go over the 50-minute mark now, 33-0. It is almost becoming a bit one-sided here. Sexton has been good so far. His kick is looking all right, and over it goes. Superb kick from Jonathan Sexton, and that's what we know that these Lions fly halves offer, is good kicking off the tee. We've seen it from them year after year. They continue to impress. And we've still got the likes of Owen Farrell sitting this one out as well. As Marlon, it's a bounce, and Henderson's caught the ball on the sideline, and the referee has said Gatland's put this out into touch. Interesting call. And the Lions say, have another go. A little bit of sportsmanship there from the Lions captain, Sam Warburton. Oh, don't tell me he's going to do it again. No, Jones has kept this one in. Thankfully, that could have been a little bit awkward. So Barbarians pile all in, and Sinclair goes away to Joseph. Joseph's through. One to beat. Jonathan Joseph does it, and he will camper away. Too easy, and the Englishman's in once more, his second try of the match, and the Lions showing just how good they can be. Given half a gap, Joseph slices through and makes them pay the ultimate price. A little bit of speed, a little bit of agility, and then it was a race to the corner. Nothing that scrum half Jack Stratton could do at all to stop Jonathan Joseph. And it seems to be the same men performing. He was all alone out there too, was Joseph. Moriarty was trying to catch up, and he would have had to help him out had he got tackled there, but Joseph knows his weight, and he looks pretty happy with his performance here tonight as well. The Lions continue to pile on the points here against the Barbarians. Sexton right out in front, takes his time. Steps back, and you'd imagine this one should be pretty regulation for him, as he adds another one for the Lions. They are doing it easy at the moment. 42-0. The hope and dreams of the Barbarians dashed at the 20-minute mark. Their hopes were quickly squashed. Gatland's still there though. He still wants to impress. He's got a Super Rugby contract to think about as well, as he kicks high, and once again, the Lions can't afford to do that. Moriarty throws it over the back. Sinclair with a big pass to Teo. Ben Teo, he goes racing through. Big man doing big work. How about that from Henderson? And away goes Sam Warburton. This is one of the best tries we've seen from the Lions. That was exquisite play from Ian Henderson, and Sam Warburton scampers a good 60 metres to score another try for the Lions. Well, I hope we see something in the replay from Ian Henderson. We won't, unfortunately. How good was that play from Ian Henderson? He caught the ball a bit awkwardly, and then at the back of the hand, delivers it straight at the chest of his captain, Sam Warburton. He had supports inside and outside. Anthony Watson was there. There was plenty of numbers. But Sam Warburton did not need it. And a little bit of leadership from the captain as he dots down for his first points of the tour. Well, Sexton's had a pretty easy job here tonight. Most of his kicks have been pretty much right in front. He's had a couple of toughies, but he'll be much better for this outing. as we head into the last quarter of this matchup. Toll Stadium has been treated to something special here after that opening period from the Lions. The Barbarians, they come out with all the passion in the world, but they couldn't keep it up for the full 80. As expected, the Lions got into their work, and now this is just a training run for them. Tio has been superb. We've got to give him credit. He's here to make up the numbers in the touring squad, but he has put on a show. Here is Laidlaw. Much the same from him. Big ball wide. Seymour picks it up. Eventually breaks down for the Lions on the left-hand side. Laidlaw has been good. He sits up for Ross Moriarty, and the big man is through. Terrible pass. He looked to find support. Couldn't do it. And now, for now, is looking to do it himself, but he finds no one in support for himself. Again, support play the Barbarians has been fairly poor. Stratton. Oh, he could be turned over here. Lions have got their bolt over the top. It's ball back to the rear of the Lions. Best. Joseph looking. Oh, what an offload to Ben Teo. It's about 5-on-1. Saxton, he'll grab more points, and it won't be his last in the tour as well. Jonathan Sexton caps off a great night for the Irishman in this team. Another try. The Barbarians really have been put to the sword in the second half, but how about that offload earlier in the piece that Ben Teo got delivered on a silver platter? What's this one here? Joseph bang. Oh, that was magical. It looked like the play had broken down, but somehow Joseph keeps it alive. And Ben Teo, same to fly half. Jonathan Sexton out on the right-hand side of the field. That was a great try from the Lions. They've been well and truly in control after that little blip at the start, as they look to add more points to the tally. 56-0. Well, many feared this could be the case, but the Barbarians, I think they will be most annoyed that they couldn't do anything in that opening stanza where they controlled the game and they controlled a lot of possession. Following that, it's been all downhill again. Kicked off from Gatlin. He goes high.
Advantage.
Alan Benteo's knocked that on. Now a chance for the Barbarians. Shut down in midfield there from Ian Henderson. And what is going on now? We're going to go back for the original penalty, which was a knock-on against Teo. Ian Henderson was all over that defender there.
Crouch.
And it'll be a scrum feed on the 22. Barbarians a chance in this last 10.
Set.
To set something up. They've dominated the scrums. They've won every pull-in, be it theirs or be it the Lions. And for the third time, oh no, the Lions will get this one back. Oh, it was so treating for so long, but they finally lose complete control. It's Falatau. Oh, he's been smashed. Turnover ball. Back to the Barbarians. They slip it inside and they keep the offloads coming. Eventually to Gatlin in the middle. Looking, oh, Henderson turns it over. His ball is terrible. And Seymour has to slide in from a long way away. Laidlaw goes back to Joseph. Looked to kick, but said, I'm not up to that. Watson. Just about goes through by himself. Moriarty. Terrible ball from him too. Now it's Seymour. He slipped through. He trips over the top. He's definitely quick enough. Can he regather? He does, but he's pulled down. Sexton. It's Alan Jones again. Look out, everyone. Tommy Falatau. He's quick for a big man. And the Welsh number 8 caps a great night for Welshmen as well. Alan Jones, Tommy Falatau. The whole back row crew has been exceptional for the Lions. There's the connection, 6 and 8 and 7, of course, all Welsh for tonight's matchup. But this was great from Falatau. He is quick for a man of his size. In the modern game, of course, allowing for that mobility of your back row. How about these offloads? So Alan Jones has been phenomenal throughout this 80 minutes. The engine on the man has been exceptional. And a little bit of salt into the wound of the Barbarians. As they got an advantage, they got an opportunity. A scrum feed on the 22, the strength of their game. And they finally completely let it all go. Sexton, he's right in front, so you'd think he'd give someone else a stab at one, but no. He takes it all for himself and adds another 2. 63-0, the Lions. Well, they put on a bit of a clinic here against these lower grade players. None of them have really impressed too much. You'd say Sam Vucker had some chances, Seven Reese, the wingers as well. Through the middle, Dwayne Sweeney was being composed. But here is Moriarty.
Advantage.
Oh, that's a forward pass, or is it a knock on? I'm not sure. Either way, it's advantage to the Barbarians as Sexton pulls it in. Turnover on the ground, but we will go back. It's called a forward pass, believe it or not. There it was from Moriarty. No one was anywhere near him.
Bind.
And he delivered a terrible throw.
Set.
So again, scrum beat, and the Barbarians will be keen to finish on a high here. 63-0, they've been smashed. Could they do something here at the close? They win the scrum, which is the first thing. Stratton, away it goes to Gatlin, misses a couple out and goes to Fennell. And he is taken in a good tackle, but the support's there from Sweeney. Stratton down the short side, a big running man on the inside as they keep it alive nicely. And going straight through the middle was Dwayne Sweeney again. Something in this here for the Barbarians. The Lions are hanging off everything. Trying to charge through the middle, Sinclair steals it. And he delivers it away to Joseph, who smashes it away, looking for touch to close us out. But La has pulled it in now. The Barbarians have 50 metres to go. And they'll continue playing as well. What have they got in the tank here?
Release.
I'd imagine nothing, because they have been well and truly dealt to here. They keep it away to the left. Demuit does well, and they find half a gap through there. Lachlan Bashir does well. And they again find room from Seven Reese out on the left. But into contact goes Dwayne Sweeney, who has been the integral linking part between this whole side. Stratton finds Reese once more, and they keep the offloads going. This is great from the Barbarians. Anderson Heather,
Release.
the man from Otago, pulls this in once more. Running through the guts is Oliver Jaeger. No one wants part of that breakdown at all. Stratton. Oh, he steps his way through. Nice work there. Oh, knock on. And that will consider this game done. The Lions, though, they've got one more to do. It's Rory Best. Out the back it goes. Warburton. Desperate ball. BNTO goes to Moriarty. He shimmies through the middle of it. 19 minutes up here. Sinclair again. Watson. And the referee says, no, that is enough. As Watson had a huge overlap, a huge hole, and that is full time. The first match of the Lions tour is complete. A dominant display after early shakes from the Lions. They have put the Barbarians to the sword. And the New Zealand Provincial Barbarians, they had a good little stab at it from the outset. The opening 20 minutes was all theirs, but the Lions, they got their stride, they got their continuity together, and it was curtains following that. 63-0. A lot of tries, a lot of points, but the Barbarians should be proud of how they played in that opening little stanza. Alwyn Jones picked up a hat-trick. Let that sink in, what he managed here today. Warburton, Falatau, Laidlaw and Sexton all picked up one, and Jonathan Joseph cleaned it up with a brace at the end. Sexton's kicking was on form, 9 out of 9. He cleaned up from the tee as well. As the Lions, they started off as they look to go on 63-0 over the Barbarians, but it only gets harder from here on in. Well, they dominated the game in all areas, didn't they? They kept the Barbarians down just over 20% possession and under that 50-50 mark on territory. So a near dominant display from the Lions as they got onto their work over time and put the Barbarians away with rather ease come the end of the day. What will worry them, though, is their scrums. They were put away most of the time by the Barbarians. They even lost some on their own feed, which will not please the forward coaching staff of the Lions. Their handling errors, they were a bit sloppy, but they did play a very expansive style of rugby here against the weaker Barbarian side. Line breaks of 14, the Barbarians pulled in 9, yet they couldn't score themselves a try. That will be their biggest disappointment. They should have put at least 2-3 away and they could have made this an interesting matchup from the get-go. 65 tackles to 60 as well. Both sides well and truly up there when it comes to defensiveness from the get-go as well. The Barbarians, they fought, but the Lions were just too good at the end of the day. 63-0, the Lions over the Barbarians, and that is match number 1 of 2017 British and Irish Lions Tour to New Zealand, completed with a big dominant victory for the touring side. I'll be again for all the matches for the whole tour, so you can make sure to stay tuned here to the channel, hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this opening match of the tour. But until our next match, thank you for tuning and watching. Hope you have all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Enjoy the Lions Tour and take care.